And Ramananda Rai began to explain the wonderful, wonderful qualities of the pure, unalloyed surrender of the gopis of Braja. And Lord Chaitanya said, that is very good, but is there something more that you know? And Ramananda Rai replied that it is beyond my expectation that anyone within this entire creation could ask for something more than the explanation of the love for the gopis for Krishna. But then he began to continue. There is something more. Of all the gopis, there is one gopi who is the essence of all the love of all the other gopis. It is from her that all the other gopis gain their bhakti, their devotion. The supreme essence of all devotion is exclusively possessed by the ultimate of all Krishna's servants, who is none different than Krishna himself, and that is Srimati Radharani. That all the gopis of Vrindavana, their only hope is to simply give pleasure to Krishna by assisting Srimati Radharani. And then he began to describe the Ras Lila. He said that when Krishna expanded himself in and between every gopis, that was his Prabhava Prakash. It was an expansion of his original self to be in and between every gopi. But his original form, his Swayam Rupa, is only in one place eternally, and it never leaves that place. And that is at the side of Srimati Radharani. And he explained from Shukadev Goswami's narration in Srimad Bhagavatam how Krishna was dancing with all the gopis, but he wanted to show the supreme excellent love that is shared between himself and Srimati Radharani. So, and Srimati Radharani understood this was his desire, so she left the arena of the Ras dance. And Krishna, even with all the beautiful damsels of Braj that could give him happiness in the absence of Srimati Radharani, so he left them all. And he actually went calling her name and was weeping in separation for her in the banks of Jamuna. And ultimately he found her. And it is described that the other gopis were following his footprints, trying to find him. They were in such intoxication of love. They were discussing his pastimes, imitating his pastimes, asking the trees and the birds and the deers and the moon and the stars and the skies, have you seen Shyam Sundar? He has left us. And when they saw his footprints meeting with another set of footprints, they understood that this one gopi, she is the most supremely worshipable. It is from her that Krishna gets his complete satisfaction. Anaya radito nunam Bhagavan Harir Ishvara Yano Vihaya Govinda Prito Yam Anayadraha. When the gopis began to talk among themselves, they said, "Dear friends, the gopi who has been taken away by Krishna to a secluded place must have worshipped the Lord more than anyone else." It is through this verse that Shukadev Goswami has revealed to the world the supreme unlimited position of Srimati Radharani. And Ramananda Rai proceeded to explain the transcendental, wonderful qualities of Srimati Radharani's love. And he explained in so many wonderful ways the relation of love between Radha and Krishna. And these subject matters are the most confidential, esoteric, purest, and super excellent of all subject matters. In fact, the intimate details of this discussion, Lord Chaitanya discussed only with Ramananda Rai, and in the later part of his Leela with Swarupa Damodar as well. Other than that, for the general public, or few people who had not attained that ecstatic position of unalloyed devotion, he did not discuss openly the loving pastimes of Radha and Krishna. Because they are so pure, they are so beyond material existence, that as long as there is a tinge of material conception in our heart, we cannot truly appreciate it. In fact, we can misunderstand it. So for the general people, Lord Chaitanya simply induced them, you attain that stage gradually by purifying your heart, by chanting in kirtan the holy names. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And to great scholars like Prakashananda Saraswati, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, to them he discussed very deep philosophy of Vedanta and the conclusions of Vedanta, which is pure unalloyed devotion. But the conjugal pastimes of Radha, Krishna and Vrindavana he only discussed with Shri Ramananda Rai and Swarupa Damodar. So we are not going to go much farther than that, following in his footsteps.
You were listening to Radhanath Swami on devotionalnectar.com.